Governor of Yobe State and Chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC Caretaker Committee, Mai Malabuni, has said the party is working to govern the country for 32 years. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) has stated it has not taken any decision on zoning ahead of the 2023 general elections. And the presidency on Wednesday said there is no rift between President Muhammadu Buhari and the former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We'll look at the issue of insecurity and some long-lasting solutions in addressing it later on the show. Hello, welcome to Talking Politics on the Digital First Pan-African News Network 2S Television. I'm Musazet Cecil, reaching you live from our studios in Abuja, Nigeria. The Governor of Yobe State and Chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC Caretaker Committee, Mai Malabuni, yesterday said the party is working to govern the country for 32 years. Recall that in 2008, the former chairman of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), Chief Vincent Ogbolafor, said the platform will rule for 60 years. The party was later defeated 7 years after. Inaugurating the APC Strategy and Contact Committee on Tuesday in Abuja, Buni said the review of the party's constitution would take care of ambiguous positions and loopholes that have caused confusion and controversies over the years. The governor said the constitution of the Strategy and Contact Committee, therefore, is to consolidate the achievements of building a strong party with a solid structure that would accomplish APC to stand the test of time. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has stated that it has not taken any decision on zoning ahead of the 2023 general elections. This came as a clarification to the proposed recommendations of the party's Committee on the Review of 2019 Elections charged by Bauchi Governor Bala Mohammed on zoning. The committee recommended the PDP considered merit rather than zoning its presidential ticket to any geopolitical zone. This recommendation has not gone down well with chieftains of the party, especially those from the south who feels it's their turn to field candidate for the highest seat. Wading into the controversy, the spokesman for the party, Kola Ologbodiyan, said in a statement that PDP had not taken any decision on any of the recommendations contained in the report. And on Wednesday, the presidency said there is no rift between President Muhammadu Buhari and the former Lagos State Governor Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There has been reports that the crack between the camps of the two leaders of the All Progressive Congress APC has widened ahead of the 2023 politicking. But yesterday, two of the president's media aides tweeted saying the president and Tinubu have a very strong commitment to the party. According to Mr. Garba Shehu, who is the media aide to the president, recent reports of a rift between the two leaders of the party are false. He said it is the handiwork of some media mischief makers. Now, before we get into our conversation of the day, let's bring you some political headlines.
A non-governmental organization and political watchdog under the auspices of Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, in its report on assets recovery and management, has said the lack of synergy and lack of credible information in the area of assets recovery and management has hindered moves targeted at adequately fighting corruption in the country.
This government had actually, arrested, prosecuted some people in the past that they say they have stolen money meant for procuring arms. Some of them, as we enter 2019 election, they were forgiven and even given senatorial seats. Some of them were given all sorts of, position. So this is why it's very, very confusing when they say they are fighting corruption.
Women stakeholders have expressed concern over the low number of women folk actively participating in politics and governance. In an event to mark the 65th session of the Commission on the Status of Women, CSW, organized by the United Nations, UN Women, stakeholders drawn from various sectors, including the government and civil society, stressed on the need to groom younger women to ensure that the next generation of women are aware of their rights and as well increase women participation in the activities of politics. They also unveiled plans to begin providing technical and financial support to women who have interest in vying for political positions.
Welcome back. You see your Digital First Pan-African News Network, TOS Television, and the program is Talking Politics. Let's get into our conversation for today. Now, the issue of insecurity has remained a fundamental and topical issue across all levels. Joining me to look at some long-lasting solution is Honorable Ebenezer Oyetakin. He's the Executive Secretary of Anti-Corruption Network. He joins us via a telephone conversation. Honorable, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, Honorable, let's begin from the proposition or solution given by the Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi. Very recently, he was a part of a virtual dialogue organized by the National Institute of Legislative and Democratic Studies. And Sheikh Gumi has said that for bandits to feel safe, they should be given amnesty so they can drop their arms and feel safe and trust the government. That is his proposition as to a solution to putting this issue of insecurity to a stop. What's your reaction to this?
In the first place, when you look at the nature of the banditry we are talking about, their characteristic, their mode of operations, what you see is notably inexplicable level of criminality. It does not hold forth any reasons in the slightest for negotiation. It is just a wickedness in display. So what would be the point of reference for negotiation, let alone an amnesty? Well and good if they realize that the act of criminality that they are perpetrating, they were deceived into it and they want to go out of it, and they reached out to say we are surrendering. One can understand that. But that you pick up a negotiation, go into the forest to plead amnesty for the people that you do not know what they are fighting for, you do not know the reason they are fighting, and it appears that these people are warehoused in various forests by some lords of organized crime in politics and in our environment. How do you negotiate with such people? So, I think we are mistaking the degradation suffered by the Niger Delta militants that led to their own militancy with the cruelty being meted on school children and innocent citizens, road users, by some bunch of criminals. And we are pleading negotiations of amnesty for them. Honestly, it is unthinkable. I do not see reasons for that.
Now, Honorable, let's look at the issue of regional security outfits. Like we have the Amotekun and we have the Eastern Security Network. Security experts have said that that is a solution, or that is a step in the right direction. Now, we also see that these regional security outfits do not have access to arms and all of those ammunition that could also help their job easier. With that challenge there, what can you say as regard regional security outfits as a solution to addressing insecurity?
When the issues of Amotekun came up as a regional security outfit, I made my position very, very clear that such regional outfits coming up cannot come up in isolation. They must liaise necessarily with the federal government. There must be federal government input, and there must be a synergy between them and the security, the principal security outfits that we have that are nationalistic. So when this coordination is established, it is safer for our nation because of our special peculiarity. Having said that, if we have, I think largely the Amotekun complied with this. They comply with this. There is a synergy between them and the federal government forces and things of that nature. And to the extent that if Amotekun went berserk and anything goes wrong, you also have the people you can hold responsible, namely the governors of each state of that region, because they were the undertakers, and there are legislative, there is legislation to back it up. That is a perfect arrangement. And if the Easterners want to establish such a thing, it should not be the one established by a man that has already been declared a terrorist. The Eastern Security Outfit established by Nnamdi Kanu does not fit into this description. The governors of Eastern regions can decide it, or the Southern region, or even the various Northern segments can decide it to create security outfit. But all this must be done in such a way that, number one, we must know whom are the people we can hold responsible if anything goes wrong in that direction, namely the various governors in those areas, and there must be a legislative backing for such outfits, not the one that somebody or individual or the one who is doing in the Oyo State as this and the rest of it. No, that is not the kind of security outfit that the nation wants. That will not work well for the nation. Instead, it can add to it. But if we do it in such a way and comply with the necessity to build a synergy with the security forces of the country, it will work well for all of us. And we need it because our population is expanding, and we need to put all hands and mechanisms on the deck to address and arrest the drift of the nation.
Now, Honorable, if I get you correctly, synergy is very important in terms of, it's an important component in terms of addressing insecurity in the country. Now, what role does it play in terms of bringing the different arms of government together at all levels to ensure that we address the issue of insecurity?
Yes, the synergy is very important in the sense that we are a very delicate nation, and we are at the most inauspicious period of time in our country, where various people are making discordant calls. Some even will have publicly called for dismemberment of the country. And you cannot even rule out international conspiracy for that matter in such a thing. So, in order to ensure that our sovereignty is kept intact and that whatever necessity there is for us to defeat the terrorism that we are witnessing, we must build such a synergy that its hallmark and principal necessity will be to ensure that we preserve the sovereignty and national integrity that is dear to us. Having said that, the cost, when I see people talking about dismemberment of Nigeria and the rest of it, the cost of dismemberment of Nigeria will be so heavy that this generation and generation unborn will not be able to bear it. For a country of over 200 million, where will you start drawing your borders? And how do you draw those borders? People don't take those things into considerations when they are talking about those things. So in order to prevent excesses of some certain, secessionist moggers from causing havoc to this collective sovereignty of Nigeria, that synergy is very, very necessary. And it must be people's based and people's rooted and the rest of it within the forces of patriotism.
Okay, Honorable, before we let you go, let's take a look at what could be the way forward, some of the lasting solutions to addressing insecurity. Very recently, the Benue State Governor, Governor Samuel Ortom, after his alleged attack, met with the president. And of course, he said there will be no 2023 elections if we don't curb insecurity before that time. There's a lot of politicking going around right now, but then as a nation and who is being faced with this kind of quagmire situation as regards the insecurity, what should be our focus as a nation in terms of preferring lasting solutions to insecurity?
Well, the security challenge that we have, like I said in one of my last interviews, came out from multifaceted negligence and complacency of our political leaders in the past, perennially. And, for example, the issues of unguided population growth and things of that nature. Yes, this problem has been created. For us to solve this problem, all hands must be on deck. And we must necessarily avoid racial profiling in our necessity and quest to address national security challenges. We must run away from the evil of racial profiling, politically orchestrated racial profiling in a manner that is creating more tensions and making the culprits of criminality to escape while we keep on profiling people's races and ethnic and the rest of it. For example, the moment the security, the kidnapping issues or allegations against Autumn happened a few days ago, you heard that he publicly declared that it was Fulani. But now the investigation is revealing that there were some Jukuns, fishermen. Also, the young man that was assassinated in Ibadan, it was blamed on Fulani. But investigation have also revealed that the man, it was a political assassination orchestrated by a political juggernaut in Oyo State there, and things of that nature. We have had revenues of people blaming Fulani, and it turns out to be that after investigation and the culprits are arrested, you don't see anything that looks like Fulani among them, and things of that nature. The issues of the Fulani herdsmen conflict with the farmers is as old as the nation. All these security challenges can be resolved if we allow the truth to prevail and we do not create mischief and becloud the sense of our security forces to pinpoint who are actually the culprits. So we will be doing a great help to our security forces if we don't engage in racial and ethnic profiling in chasing our criminals, the criminals among us. The criminal among Fulani, the criminal among the Yorubas, among the Igbos and other ethnics can be easily fished out, and the terror groups can be defeated if we unite and truthfully chase after the criminals instead of politically orchestrated, racial profiling.
All right, thank you so much, Honorable Ebenezer Oyetakin. That's where we'll leave it. We'll be speaking to Honorable Ebenezer Oyetakin, Executive Secretary, Anti-Corruption Network. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. I really do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye, sir. That's where we'll leave it on Talking Politics on the Digital First Pan-African News Network. Log on to our website, www.tstvnetwork.com, to watch more episodes of Talking Politics. Do well to follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TSTV Network. I'm Musa Zeh. Thanks for watching, and God bless you.